Apple is preparing something big for smartphone photography, and new leaks suggest the iPhone 18 Pro Max could bring some of the most serious camera upgrades we've seen on a phone so far. Apple is reportedly testing advanced camera technologies that could push mobile photography closer than ever to professional cameras, changing how photos and videos are captured on a smartphone. One of the biggest upgrades being discussed is a built-in teleconverter camera designed to improve optical zoom without sacrificing image quality. Right now, when smartphone users zoom in too far, the camera usually relies on digital zoom, which simply crops the image and enlarges it, often resulting in blurry and low-quality photos. With teleconverter technology, zooming would remain optical, preserving sharpness, detail, and full resolution. This would allow users to capture clear images of distant subjects like wildlife, sports, buildings, or landscapes without losing quality. However, higher optical zoom brings challenges, especially when it comes to light. At extreme zoom levels, less light reaches the sensor, which can affect brightness, color accuracy, and sharpness, and Apple will need to solve these issues before the feature is ready for everyday use. Another major upgrade expected in the iPhone 18 Pro Max is a variable aperture system, a feature commonly found in professional cameras but rare in smartphones. Most phones use a fixed aperture, meaning the lens opening stays the same in all lighting conditions. A variable aperture would allow the camera to adjust the lens opening depending on the environment, using a smaller aperture in bright light for sharper images with better depth, and a wider aperture in low light to let in more light and reduce noise. Bringing this technology to a thin smartphone is extremely challenging because the system must be compact, durable, and reliable over many years of use, but if Apple succeeds, it could dramatically improve photography in both bright and dark conditions. Low light performance is another area where the iPhone 18 Pro Max is expected to make a big leap. Smartphone cameras often struggle at night or indoors, producing grainy or soft images, but by combining a teleconverter with a variable aperture, Apple could capture brighter, clearer, and more natural-looking photos and videos in low light. This could make nighttime city shots, indoor portraits, and evening videos look far more professional without relying heavily on artificial processing or flash. Apple is also focusing on reducing the need for digital cropping, which often lowers image quality after a photo is taken. With stronger optical zoom and better image processing, users could zoom in properly before capturing the shot, keeping photos sharp and detailed from the start. For photographers and content creators, this means higher quality images that are easier to edit and share, with social media content looking more professional straight out of the camera. Of course, none of these upgrades are fully confirmed yet, and Apple is known for testing features extensively before releasing them. If the teleconverter or variable aperture systems fail to meet Apple's high standards for quality and durability, they could be delayed to a future model. But if everything comes together as expected, the iPhone 18 Pro Max could become one of the most powerful camera phones ever made, narrowing the gap between smartphones and traditional cameras even further. Apple's goal appears to be clear: to turn the iPhone into a truly professional-level photography tool that still fits in your pocket. With teleconverter zoom, variable aperture, and improved low-light performance, the iPhone 18 Pro Max could set a new benchmark for smartphone cameras and change the way people capture memories, create content, and experience photography on a phone.